thought I'd give an update of me getting out of the mountains. So I did get out of the mountains. I learned that I am not a wilderness person. I do not know how to survive in the wilderness. Well, I do know how to survive in the wilderness because I did, but it's pretty fucking hard, honestly. And there's a really good chance you'll get ate by something. So, anyways, um, update. So I wandered around the mountains, got lost, ended up trying to fish, couldn't catch no fish. Was gonna try to catch animal if I had to. Ended up getting out of there. So this guy tells me, he says, stick to the left, you'll be okay. You get back to town, right? Well, my stupid ass took a right instead of a left on the last turn because I got excited that I was out of the mountains, right? Because I just got out of the mountains. Well, stupid ass me goes right and ends up in snow. I see a patch of snow, asphalt, and then snow. Asphalt, snow, asphalt, snow. So I'm like, oh, it's not that bad. I could get through asphalt, snow. If it's just all snow, I can't get through it. So and then I hit all snow. And I was like, oh shit. I know I can't get through it. So I stopped to turn around and go back. And as soon as I stop, I hear ver 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 ver. I was like, oh no, not stuck. Shit. Try to go forward, nope. Try to go backward, nope. Try to push shit under the fucking tires, nope. Um, even I got a hold of Tiffany finally because search and rescue had to come and get me with a forest ranger and our sheriff and a forest ranger came. So what happened is, as soon as I got stuck in the snow, right? I'm sitting there, fucking stuck in the snow, worried and shit. A truck goes by. One truck pulls up to me, and he gets out. He has a little fucking bird or some shit on his neck or some shit, and he's like, "Oh shit, I was wondering if you were moving or if you were stuck." I was like, "Oh shit, I'm stuck." He had a 4-wheel drive little fucking mini truck, Toyota, I guess, and his purple hair girlfriend and stuff. And he's like, "Cool, I was gonna try to help you," and then he ended up getting stuck, so I had to help him instead get out. And then he borrowed my shovel to get himself out, and he took off with my shovel. And then on his way out, he's like, "Yeah, I'll either come back or I'll send help." And I was like, "Sweet, thanks." I'm glad he did because if he didn't send help, I would have probably been fucked. Other than the other guy that showed up. So and then next, another guy shows up. So he went back and told the ranger station, like, "Hey, some guy stuck out there, yada yada yada, right? Like 5 days, 6 days now, right? 5 days." So fucking ranger station knows now. Um, Later that night when I was sleeping, they ended up coming out. Actually, I'll tell you about that. So and then another guy shows up, white guy. With his monster trucks. He's got like 3 monster trucks with him, or 2 monster trucks with him. And one says Punisher on the front of it, and it's a big ass souped up truck. And he could easily pull me out, but I understand where he was coming from because I shouldn't have been up there. But not only that, I mean, I could have died up there, thanks, guy. But at the same time, that was a bitch to get me out. But guys at Oregon Off Road Recovery, man, those guys were awesome. They pulled like dollies and fucking pulleys and all kinds of shit. But that's fucking way ahead of the story. So this guy, he's like pulls up and he's telling them to go around. And I'm like, dude, you think you can help me out? He's like, I could pull you out of that little ditch, but I ain't gonna pull you all the way back. I'm like, alright, whatever. So he ends up pulling me out of the fucking ditch or whatever. And he's like, oh, you shouldn't be up here. People die every year. And he's like, good luck. And he's like, here, I said, I need some dog food. Me and my dogs haven't been eating too good. And like, I'm in a bad situation right now. Like, I don't know how long I'm gonna be stuck up here, He's like, here you go. It gives me a little tiny ass, like, Tupperware thing of dog food. I'm like, oh, well, me and the dogs will share this. Cool. And then he takes off with his 2 other people in their monster trucks. And I'm stuck up here, so I just fucking so cold. I end up cuddling up in my sleeping bag with the dogs and shit and going to sleep. I get woke up by sheriff. Sheriff says, "Hey, how you doing? My job to get you out of here." He's like, "You can stay if you want, but my job to get you out of here." Like, he's like, "So I have to try." All right. I'm like, I guess I'll go back. So, because I didn't want to leave my van, he's like, well, if you want to stay here, I can't say no, but it's my job to get you out here. I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. So fucking, I end up going with him. He's like, yeah, you don't get no reception up here. You can't get a hold of nobody. I'm like, yeah, I know one lady, and she would help me. Her name is Tiffany, and then I was like, she would help me, but I don't know nobody else like that. Like everybody else wouldn't help me. And he's like, all right. And he's like, well, you can't get reception up here and get a hold of her or nothing up here. And he's like, so you just go back to town. He's like, and then you could come back and get your van. I'm like, all right, cool. Sounds like a deal. So, there's another forest ranger with him, but he wasn't really, there was no interaction. So, anyways, so me and the sheriff or whatever are at the back of the fucking thing, and he's like, um, puts my stuff in there, puts my dogs in there, helps me out. Um, the forest ranger's like, yeah, we gotta search you and everything before we put you in the vehicle. Sheriff's like, dude, you pull anything stupid? And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna pull nothing stupid while I'm sitting in your car. He's like, if you pull anything stupid, it's gonna be bad for you. I'm like, yeah, I figured that much, you know. And then the forest ranger, he's like, yeah, we gotta search you before we put you in the car, and da da da. And he's like yanking out all my pockets and stuff. I got distracted because I got so many pockets. This dude was going for a while, right? So I let him fucking search me and shit. He takes my stuff and puts it on the back of the bumper instead of giving it back to me, right? Or putting it back in my pocket or whatever the fuck, you know? And making it obvious of where it was. And then he says, okay, your shit's on the back of the bumper, and walks away. Well, I didn't realize that it was on the back of the bumper, and I didn't hear him say that it was on the back of the bumper. Well, I did, but I just kind of like, I was in the mode of fucking getting searched by the police, you know what I mean? So we jump in the vehicle and take off. Well, we get to town, and cops like, our sheriff's like, cool. He's the one to get me right. He's like, cool. Well, have a good night. And I'm like, wait, can I have my phone and shit? And he's like, it was on the back of the bumper. You didn't grab it? I'm like, nah. He's like, shit, I'll go back. Like, oh, cool, thank you. I appreciate it. Sheriff was awesome. He fucking looked out for me a lot because he went in the grocery store, bought my dog's dog food. He fucking got me food, got me water, really looked out for me. Went back, got my phone, found my phone, walked 2 miles in the snow, at like one in the morning, fucking got my phone, found my fucking dash cam, ran over, my phone was there. That was the main thing. My car keys, my truck keys were the main thing. My truck keys also fell off the back. I had found my wallet the next day when I went back with Tiffany because I ended up getting a hold of Tiffany, and I met another guy, Joseph. He uh, he pulled up, and there was another lady too. She was talking to me, but I don't know what she was saying. But Joseph pulled up, and he's like, "Hey, you need somewhere to stay for the night?" And what happened? Da da da. And like gave me a place to stay for the night, and fucking looked out for me. So sheriff gave me my shit. He came back like 1 o'clock in the morning. I sat there with Joseph. Joseph got me a hot chocolate and fucking sat there in the car with me and waited for the sheriff to come back and everything. Like, cool ass dude. Fucking really took me under his wing for the night. And then after that, so I got a hold of Tiffany. Tiffany came with Isaiah and Adam, and they tried to help me get out of the snow. They brought like shovels and fucking. We had the winch going, and we were trying everything to get that fucking van out of the snow. And everybody's stressed out, crying and fucking going through shit, and we're all fucking exhausted and hungry. And Tiffany was doing a lot of crying, but there's a lot of things going on, and everybody's feelings is out there and shit, and like we're all frustrated with this situation. And I was just, Tiffany wanted me to leave my van, and I didn't want to leave my van because this is everything I own, and everybody's stressed and stuff, and like, so I was like, fuck this, I'm dying in my van, I'm staying in my van. And I stayed in my van. Next thing I know, I hear doot doot doot. I said, who is it? Our Oregon Off-Road Recovery. I said, man, we already went through this. I'm not leaving my van. You guys are not pulling me out this bitch. She said, no, we're trying to get you and your van out here. I was like, what? Awesome. Hell yeah. Jumped up. Boom. Started getting dressed. So I'm out there trying to help him hook my van up and get it out of the way and stuff. And I'm just in the way more than anything. These dudes had it. Like, it was one Asian dude and one white dude. And man, they hammered that shit. Like, the white dude had the Jeep and the other guy had the truck. And man, that shit was awesome. They got me out. Like, it took 4 or 5 hours. But they made it seem like it was not shit. And they had all the tools. And they even didn't give a fuck about damaging their own vehicle or tools or whatever just to get me out of there. And I was all jacked up. Like, I almost died, so I didn't have no energy. I was trying to help him. My arms were giving out as I was trying to help him and stuff. He's like, just stay in the vehicle and we'll get you out. And he's like, just guide yourself out. I'm like, cool. So fucking flipped me around finally, like halfway out the shit. And then I drove the rest out. And they followed me out like halfway down the road. And was like, all right, you have a good night. Yeah, you too. Thank you very much. Oregon Off-Road Recovery. It's a Facebook group, and they are awesome. They do all kinds of recoveries. They recover all kinds of people. They run off a donation. They don't even get paid for it. Like, I tried to give him money, and he was like, if you want, you could donate, but you don't have to. We just do it for fun. Like, what the fuck? Like, they were awesome people. They saved my life probably because I was going down with my van. I was not going to give up my van that easy. So that's about what happened. Without Tiffany, without Oregon Off-Road Recovery, without Adam, without Isaiah, I'd probably be dead right now, honestly. Sometimes you gotta have more regard for life than what you have. That's probably it. Everybody have a good day and positive day. Be blessed. I know I am. So that's it. Peace. Deuces.